I remember hearing the word in middle school, all through high school, and now even here in college. In American society, anytime a student does not agree with something, you are very likely to hear the words, "that's gay." Since the word gay is now so casually and commonly used in this negative manner, when it is used to describe someone's sexuality, there is an automatic association with something strange and negative. The negative stereotype attached to the word gay has been detrimental to the mental and behavioral health of developing adolescents, and yet it is still accepted in many of our country's classrooms. Since the word gay used to refer to something being nice, for a while, homosexuals had a smaller and more charming way to define themselves. However, a recent school survey conducted by Deborah Theringer in 2008 found that when compared to heterosexual youth, GLB students were more likely to report high levels of distress and risky behavior. This is the result of verbal and physical harassment that 90% of GLB students endure constantly. Many of the actual or alleged GLB students who received this unfair treatment have feelings of intense distress that can ultimately result in major depression, suicidal feelings, or school deaths. These adolescents may be more drawn to risky or deviant behavior, such as sexual promiscuity and substance abuse, as they try to rebel against the popular culture. Interestingly, Theringer's study in 2008 also showed that students who were simply questioning their sexual orientation reported more negative indicators than both heterosexual and GLB students. These students were bullied not because they were actually gay, but because they were unsure and had been labeled gay. These findings imply that the true motive for bullying is not necessarily to punish a child for being gay, but to make the bully feel more superior and feel more normal. As the Oxford Dictionary states, someone who is normal conforms to the prevailing standards. Although all students feel a need to gain acceptance and fit in with their peers, this desire often feeds competition, and in the end, the students who are different and not able to acquire power over others are often bullied for their differences. In addition to peer pressure, the prevalence of homophobia in our society accounts for a large amount of GLB harassment. Although we do not yet know what causes people to be homosexuals, through advances in science, we know that it is not a disease and is neither deadly nor contagious. Being a homosexual means nothing more than one is sexually attracted to the same gender, but clearly not to every person in this gender. So, why do people fear and discriminate against gays? Once again, the Oxford Dictionary stated that homophobia is an irrational fear of homosexuality or homosexuals. As this has prevailed in American culture for many decades, and the current and frequent negative use of the word gay reflects the fact that homophobia is still very present and active today. Our schools could be much safer places if they each established a strict anti-harassment policy which included verbal harassment directed towards student sexual orientations. Also, providing increased awareness about the issues and myths surrounding sexual orientation and having a school psychologist talk to students would be a great help in reducing the amount of students who coolly and casually use the word gay to imply something that is weird or wrong.